This program is brought to you by Canton Community Television, now from the television studios of Canton High School.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dog Pound. I'm your host Lazaro, and today we have Luke and Gio to give us the inside scoop on what it's like to be a part of the Canton Bulldogs football team. Luke, thanks for being here with us today.
I'm happy to be here.
So, Luke, tell us about your experiences with the Canton Bulldogs.
You know, it's just been all around fun. I've played with a lot of good teams, met a lot of people, made a lot of friendships. That's what it's really about at the end of the day.
So, would you say you've made some long-lasting friendships through football?
I'd say yeah.
Explain what would you say is the most difficult part of being a Bulldog athlete?
Maintaining that with school, because it's a lot. Going to practice every day, then having to go home, do your homework, and getting other stuff that you have to do around the house. That's a lot. That's probably the hardest thing.
So, would you say that it's more challenging than being just a normal student?
I'd say yeah, but it's worth it. If you have a passion, love for the sport, it's worth it.
Now, the season is almost over. Tell us about how happy you are with the way your team performed this year.
We did real good this year. I'm proud of us. A lot of people hated on us and doubted us going into the season. So for us to go in there, win a lot of games, win Thanksgiving, even go to the playoffs, that was real. Yeah. That was something.
Tell us about your future plans or goals with the Canton Bulldogs.
Well, going into my senior year, we're definitely going farther in the playoffs this year. I promise you that we're going farther in the playoffs this year. And we're going to win Thanksgiving again. Our record's going to be tight. Our record's going to be cool.
Would you say your role as a senior captain would come into play with making it further into playoffs?
I hope it does. Yeah, I'd say it does. Yeah, I have to keep people on their stuff so the team could be better by season and then play good during the season.
Describe what way you would say are most helpful. You are most helpful to the team.
I don't know. Maybe when people are slacking, not trying as hard, I'll try to tell them pick it up, pick it up.
So you're a good motivator.
I guess you could say that.
Now, Luke, we've also been told that you have been starting on varsity since your freshman year. Tell us about that.
Yeah, freshman year, moved up to varsity. I was excited, but I also felt like I had to prove something all the time. Always had to prove something to somebody. Always had to go out there and play with my all. And then freshman year, also having a little back injury too, which held me back. Was it more
nerve-wracking being a freshman on varsity, which is mainly upperclassmen?
Yeah. Playing with those people, they were dogs at that time. I was still young, coming off of a COVID year, haven't played a football in a year. It was stressful because I always just felt like I have to do better. I have to be better. I have to put in more work. I have to do this. I have to do that. Always having to prove myself to somebody.
So would you say those upperclassmen helped you, helped you come around and taught you a lot to become a better football player?
I'd say yeah. There was one, Evan Lee. Even to this day, I still think about him. He's the one that brought me really into being a lineman and showed me the ropes, showed me around, showed me to the people that I played with even to this season. He put that dog in me. I'd say.
You must be under slightly more pressure because of the higher expectation coaches and loved ones have for you. Tell us about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I feel like everybody expects a lot, and sometimes if I don't meet to what they expect, I feel bad. I feel like I let everybody down.
So would you say that's one of the things that motivates you and just allows you to push further?
I'd say motivates, but at the end of the day, I realize I'm not playing for them. I'm playing for me. I'm playing to go out there and have a fun time. That's all that really matters when it comes to a sport. You play because you love it. You don't play for people. You don't play for anybody else but you.
So when you make a mistake and people start getting on you about it, you just let it slide off your back?
Well, I don't let it slide off my back. If you're in the huddles, you could tell I do not let it slide off my back. I take 100% responsibility, and I feel bad, but I just know to go out there next play and do something.
So it's somewhat leave it in the past and move on to the next play?
Yeah.
Tell us about what it was really like being a freshman on varsity. Like,
It was nerve-wracking. I was going up against people like 16, 17 when I was 14. I was going up against grown men while I was still a teenager. And like grown men who've been doing this. So I would definitely say for me, it was difficult. But I don't think like it got to me. I feel like I held my ground. I didn't. Yeah.
explain to us how high school sports are significantly more difficult than middle school sports.
I feel like because high school sports, middle school sports is all based around fun. But when you get to high school, sometimes like sports won't just feel like fun anymore. It feels like a job. It feels like something you have to be good at. Like something like you have to like put time into work for. Middle school, you could play around, you go home, you get on the game, you do all this stuff. But like in high school, you're playing not just for you, you're playing for your town. Like your town, they pop out to the games, they come, they support. Like it's not just you you're playing for sometimes.
So does this mean you would rather go back to middle school sports opposed to high school sports?
Nope.
Or
Nope. Because high school, like I said, I'm playing for my town. That gives me a reason to play. Like that gives me something to look forward to. Them Friday night lights on the field, everybody in the stands, our student section going crazy, screaming real loud. It gives me something. It's that feeling. That feeling just hits every time I step on the field.
So does it give you a bigger sense of pride or bigger sense of like proudness or happiness to play for your town opposed to play for your school?
Yeah, definitely.
Explain how being on varsity longer than the average athlete has affected your view of high school football.
Just throughout the years, I see players like just for me, I've played with like 4 senior classes, and I'm just like I see different players, and I always see like somebody who really has the potential, and like someone that's just like a dog. Like they love the game, they love the sport, they put everything they have into it. It's being around people like that for so long that makes you start thinking like that, and that makes you starting wanting to feel like that.
So would you say that has given you more insight or more background for your football knowledge?
Yeah, definitely. This year, compared to previous years, based off of people that I've played with previous years, I saw growth. Like freshman year, I was okay. I was all right. I wasn't anything crazy. Last year, I was getting there. I was doing good, and I had an injury that ended my season. I couldn't finish that year. And then I come back this year, and something just clicked. Something just clicked, and I played the best that I've ever seen myself play.
So when you say that injury ended your season early, was that a big motivator for you to get back in the weight room and start putting in more work over the off season to come back this year?
Yeah, definitely. Even in the weight room, it restricted me so much for so long. Like into summertime when season's about to start, I was still unable to do conditioning. And that definitely held me back from this season, I'm going to say. Like, I feel like that held me back. I could have played better if I was able to condition with you guys as much as y'all were conditioning throughout the whole break, throughout all the weight rooms and stuff. But, yeah, it gave me the motivation that I needed to come out here and play.
Tell us about the type of impact grades have on your sports life.
Grades. You got to keep them up. If you got 2 Ds, can't play. Is it 2 Ds or 2 Fs?
I believe it's 2 Fs.
2 Fs? Well, you got to keep them up. I don't know what to tell you. Grades are really important. And then if you're thinking about farther, like playing college ball, your grades have to be up. Like, I can't stress it enough. Your grades have to be up.
So would you say that you really try to get on lower classmen about keeping their grades up so they don't fail off the team?
Yeah. And then, I've seen people that I've played with who had all the skill, all the potential, but then when it comes down to going to college and playing ball, they couldn't play. They didn't have the grades.
Would you say you've known somebody like that on the team? Like, could you maybe give us a name?
I'm not going to say a name.
Okay. If you could give one piece of advice to the youth who look to play high school football someday, what would it be?
Enjoy the younger years of playing football, because when you come into high school and you start playing, it's not the same feeling. And that's not a bad thing. It's just not the same feeling. Like, playing when you're younger, it's just about enjoyment. Who cares if you win or lose? Well, of course you care, because who wants to lose? But who cares? Like, you're just playing with your friends. You're playing the game that you love with your friends. And you still do the same thing in high school. You just have more responsibility.
So would you say that this bigger sense of responsibility would carry you through to possibly playing in college?
Yes. That's the goal. Has to go college ball. That's the goal.
Are you in contact with any college coaches at all?
I've talked to some. I'm, still.
So you're still hoping college is a big step for you?
Yeah.
Well, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you again, Luke, for joining us today for Canton Community Television. I'm your host, Lazaro. Thanks for watching.
Our host, Lazaro McCarthy, producer, Ryan Neeser, talent wrangler, Jack Norton, script supervisor, John Pacetti, studio display, Jay Spiro, announcer/audio, Julian Tavares, audio technician, JJ LeBlanc, tech director, Nicholas Shuley, show director, Giovanni D'Estacio, GC character gen, Estacios, Gregoriadis, set photographer, Maeve Hickey, camera person 1, Dylan Irving, camera person 2, Rhamsey Jean-Baptiste, camera person 3, Brian Kalin, PA and Slate, Derek Laz, floor manager, Anderson Lee, social media, Casey Lee. This has been the Student Station production for Canton Community Television.
You know what? I don't really like this game. Are we feeling cool?
Sure.
This program is brought to you by Canton Community Television, now from the television studios of Canton High School.
Welcome to the Dog Pound. I'm your host, Gio. Today we have Rhamsey, who will talk about his experience in Canton High football team. Rhamsey, thanks for being on our show.
Thank you.
Today, I'm going to ask you some questions about your football. Tell us about why and how you started playing football.
When I was younger, I just saw football on the television. All my friends played it, so I kind of got intrigued. And from there, I just started playing football.
Yeah. Tell us about who encouraged you to play football when you were younger, any big athlete.
Probably my friends. If it wasn't for them, I don't know if I'd play football or not. But they encouraged me. And they said I should. And from there, that was really it, yeah.
Was there any famous people on your big teams?
No, but in middle school, Jack Flaherty was the one who told me football is a sport I should be playing.
Yeah.
And I got intrigued from there.
Explain how you play your position.
For my position, I'm a defensive lineman. I'm usually trying to get past the line of scrimmage, tackle whoever has like the ball, use my hands, have a good get off, stuff like that.
Would you want to play football on a college campus? Why or why not?
I still haven't decided because like there's a lot to take on when you do, but I would, yeah.
You still do have some time to think too.
Yeah, I still do have some time. But yeah, it's a lot to take on, so
Yeah.
I think I would.
How do you feel about being an underclassman on varsity?
It's kind of good because there's a lot more leaders and there's a lot more people you can look up to and learn from. So that's what like comes from it, and like it's much more challenging being like the underclassman.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I like the challenge that comes with it. So yeah.
How do you like keep shape for your position? Do you have like a specific diet?
Diet wise, just eat.
Yeah.
For my position, you kind of have to be like bigger, so you tend to be like less agile. But you just want to like eat a lot. You want to keep lifting weights, get bigger, so you can like dominate the competition. Yeah.
That's like weight room helps you too?
Yeah, weight room's like a big thing for it.
Yeah. And it's not only for like your position, like all people playing football?
Yeah, weight room's like a big thing for anyone, for any sport.
Yeah, true. Compared middle school to like high school, which one do you think you had more fun? Or like what was better?
In middle school, I didn't really like play football on a team. I just played it like whenever I could for fun. During high school, it was like the real deal.
Yeah.
I actually played on a team here.
That's
and
when
it was
you like,
way more
started?
Yeah, that's when I started. It was way more competitive. And it was just like a way better experience compared to middle school.
Yeah. Tell us about someone you like specifically went to about football, like who you got advice from, or like if you needed help, like how they helped you improve your football game.
For any questions I've had, Jack Flaherty was the person I went to. He was like the person I like looked up to because he told me everything about it. He was a senior during the time. No, a junior during weight room. I was the one who like asked him all the questions I've had. He taught me like most of the stuff I know. Same thing with like Julian Prentice. He also taught me like a ton of the stuff I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were the like main two people that I'd ask or look up to questions.
Yeah. Explain how someone can like beat an offensive lineman.
Have a good get off. I think the get off is more important than your hands because that get off like sets everything up. If you have a fast get off, you tend to like react quicker and stuff. And it makes it so you can use your hands better based off the offensive lineman's like movement.
Yeah.
So yeah, have a good get off.
Did you get like a lot of playing time this year in your
Yeah,
football?
I got a ton. For a few games I started, then for like the other games I played like mostly defense. Yeah, I got some playing time.
Yeah, that's good. Tell us about what made you like decide to be a lineman other than other positions.
I've always had like the structure of a lineman. I was like bigger, and I wasn't as agile as like a wide receiver or a running back or like a safety is.
Yeah.
But I was pretty strong for my size and like for my age compared to like others. So lineman was like the best for me.
Yeah, that's true. What advice would you give to someone who's like just starting football, like someone younger than you?
Probably not to give up. When I like first started, it was pretty hard. Like the first practice in high school was pretty hard for me. I didn't know much. Everyone else was like somewhat experienced.
Yeah.
You kind of have to just like push through it, give it time, and you're gonna get like better over time.
Yeah. If you could, like in middle school, would you want to like play more football?
Yeah, definitely. I asked my dad to like sign me up, but he never did.
Yeah.
So I never got to experience to. But I think if I did play in middle school, I'd be like way better.
You get more experience.
Yeah.
On a team too. Describe your future for like football. Like where do you want to go? Do you want to go to like a school or like somewhere?
Yeah, I do want. I probably do want to play college football. I'm not sure where, but at one of the bigger schools, D1, D2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like it'll be harder for you to make it there? Like Do you think
Oh
it'll
yeah,
be?
there's like a long way to go.
Yeah.
I still need to get like a lot better, a lot stronger, be smarter. There's like a huge process. And yeah, I just need to take the time, figure out that process, get to where I need to be to play football at that level.
Is there like a huge gap between like you and other players on the team? Like how do you do compared to others?
I do pretty well compared to like the other people. I wouldn't say I'm the best, but I'm definitely up there for like the defensive lineman. I think I can make plays just like some others can. And yeah, that's really it.
Yeah. For like, do you do like basketball, like anything for basketball?
Anything for basketball?
Yeah. Like, how is your like experience for basketball versus like football?
I did play in-town basketball in 8th grade. It was fun for the time being, but I wasn't really like that good.
Yeah.
So I
Is
just
that
did it
why
for-
you went to football?
Yeah, I just did it for experience.
Yeah.
And I truly enjoyed football more compared to basketball. So,
Do you like for football? Like, do you have like a training session you do like
yeah.
outside of practice? Do you practice more?
Yeah, I do. Sometimes I'll stay after. Sometimes I'll go to like the gym to like get some lifts in during the season.
Yeah.
Those are the only two things I really do after practice to like continuously like get better. Try to over progress everyone else on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have like a specific workout you do, or do you just like do anything?
Specific workout, I mainly do like athletic training, like sled pushes, sled runs, stuff like that. That's gonna translate to like football, like a tight grip bench press to like drive someone. Those type of exercises.
Things that'll help you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you did track last year too, right?
Yeah.
Do you think you'll do it again this year?
Probably. I think it helped a lot for football, especially throwing.
Yeah.
I might do sprinting this year to have a better get off or just to be faster in general.
More stamina too.
Yeah, more stamina.
Because you do need that in football, right?
Yeah, you need a lot of stamina, especially if you play both ways, like running all over the field. If you're a starter too, you have to have like a ton of stamina. You have to be able to like compete while being tired.
Yeah. It's like a pretty big field too, right? So
Yeah.
you need it. When you like started football, like was it like harder for you?
Yeah, it was definitely. I was unexperienced compared to everyone else. It like looked bad. Like, yeah, I didn't really know much. It was kind of like embarrassing.
Yeah.
But I just like kept going. I kept getting better, and now like it's came a long way.
Yeah. It's good that like you didn't quit like earlier.
Yeah, that's why I never gave up. Yeah.
How did you like feel? Like now you feel like what's your mentality throughout the years?
Keep working, no time off. Just keep working and working and working and working, and eventually like you'll like get to the point where like you're dominating. You can like be where you want to be, stuff like that.
Do you like in middle school? Like I know you didn't play much, but like what did you do in middle school?
I
You
didn't
just
really
played
do-
for fun.
Yeah, I just played for fun. Whenever we'd have like outdoor time, football was the first thing I'd go to. If there was no football, probably play like kickball or something, but football was always like the number one option
Yeah.
if I was able to play it.
Do like any of your friends play? Like who plays football? Like do you know?
Some of the people in my position that I'm friends with, Luke and Gio, Ephraim Nepo, and like Luke Richards, they all also play D linemen. They're all also like football players.
Yeah.
And when it comes to like technique, sometimes I look to them, especially Ephraim. He's like really good.
For some help too.
Huh?
For some help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know like any football players outside of Canton? Like, near your age too?
I can't remember. It's not coming like right now.
Yeah.
It's not to the top of my head. I probably do. It's just not coming to the top of my head.
You always been in Canton, right? Since like middle school?
Yeah, when I was really young, I moved from Florida to here, and I was just like raised here.
You didn't play football in Florida, right?
No.
You started here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like, would you want to change positions? Like, would there be another position you could play? Or is lineman like your set position?
I think D end, which is like a defensive lineman. I think that's my set position. I wouldn't really want to play offense. I'm not that big of a fan of offense.
Yeah.
But if I had to play offense, I'd probably either play like right tackle or maybe if I shed some weight, probably tight end.
Do you know like those positions? Do you know like some knowledge about how to play them?
Yeah, I do.
explain how you play like offensive.
Right tackle, you're really just trying to protect the quarterback on most pass plays. And run block, you just need to know your like assignments, know who you're blocking, the backside linebacker, front side linebacker, if you're pulling or not, like those type of things.
Yeah. Is there more than one like defensive position?
Yeah, for D-line?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a nose tackle, defensive tackle, and a D-end.
Those are they like similar or are they like way different?
They all do different things. The nose tackle's supposed to stop the run game. Since he's in the middle, you want to stop all inside runs. D-end's supposed to keep the QB contained most of the time. Sometimes he'll drop back into coverage. And the D tackle's also supposed to stop the run game through like gaps like B gap, sometimes C gap, things like that.
Yeah. Do you like? I don't really have any more questions. Do you have like anything else you want to say about football, or, like, your experience?
Just to keep working at it, don't give up.
Yeah.
Because if you just keep working and working and working, you'll get to where you want to be. So yeah.
That's good. That's all I have. I don't have any more questions. Thanks, Rhamsey. Congratulations on the big win over Stoughton on Thanksgiving Day. For Canton Community TV, I'm Gio. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Gio, Jack Levis, Gavin Davis, Ryan Desmond, Anthony Galante, Ryan Hickey, Avery Leibowitz, Gabby Berardi, Dean Madden, Ivan Mapp, John Martinick, Paul Mellon, Brandon Morris, Joey Noon, Ziara Rodriguez, and Jalen.